whole issues surrounding the fuel subsidy removal. Ordinarily, the policy they are pursuing is leaving an international monetary system of regarding the crude price, and they are. But that is not what you get. They are all in tandem with the pricing determined by NNPC Limited. So it is not fair on Nigerians. You see, when I keep talking about fair pricing, I'm not in a position to understand the mechanism that it has been used by Ngilari that our fuel is cheapest. And of country, if Nigeria is an oil producing country, we can decide to deal with our oil the way we decide. We can even exit OPEC if it comes to that, to ensure that our citizens see those countries he read out to sort of convince Nigerians that they should expect reasonable pricing would compare to those other countries. Why didn't against Senegal, against Kenya, against South Africa, against Egypt, up to a dozen states are not even paying that amount, and more than 20 states are in arrears of both salaries and pension. So can we compare? Let us understand. See, it's not just a matter of fuel. It's a matter of what you call energy security. Everything we do in Nigeria is determined by that fuel you see. One is that you don't have already stable where it comes. We need fuel to power everything. You need diesel to power the industries, to power heavy generators, because you don't have electricity. Nigeria is still generating, transmitting and distributing a partly 5,000 megahertz, a country of 210 million. Can they compare the electricity generating capacity of those countries they called out? Everything about fuel in Nigeria is tied. Our life is tied to fuel. One is that you don't have developed public transportation sector. You don't have urban mass anywhere, not even in Abuja. You don't have urban mass system. You don't have railway. Those countries we called out, Ethiopia and others, have a well-developed railway system, and they have fairly developed public transportation system. What that means is that the masses have alternatives to this fuel. They have alternatives to this fuel. Now, some of those countries are also relying on CNG powered vehicles. In Nigeria, you don't have such mechanism yet. Our government has not taken an intentional step to develop that process. We had expected that before the subsidy removal, some of these things will be put in place. You bring in, at least 200 to 300,000 long buses that will be CNG compliant. You don't have that. There is nothing like that. You don't even have the equipment to do this conversion. It's not anywhere. NNPC filling stations that installed the CNG the machines. People who are able to convert will buy gas instead of fuel. Those countries they are calling us have taken these steps, and their minimum wage, especially when evaluated against the dollar, it is much higher than what you have in Nigeria. So, and again, you need to understand those who are defending the government action. Nigerians are not saying that who are saying there shouldn't be fuel subsidy removal since it has been abused. But we are saying that you need to put a mechanism in place to ensure that the fallout, the backlash, the problems emanating from it will be soaked up that you have provided. I talked about CNG. I talked about long buses. I talked about so many things that the government didn't plan.
Now,
up till now, there is no plan anywhere.
now, Dr. Percent, food inflation almost 27%, and people are saying
That's
this might
it.
just get to 30% if care is not taken within the next month. And we've also seen that, yesterday, Senator Adams Oshomole had said that President Tinubu inherited a bad economy or a terrible economy from Buhari, and as such, things cannot really, be fixed anytime soon. But we also saw Kenya reintroduce subsidy yesterday. Do you think that with the cost of, Kenya reintroduced subsidy on account of the hardship that the people have been protesting over time? Do you think that the president or the federal government should review its subsidy removal policy and maybe go back to the subsidy regime, or should it just continue to grandstand?
Let me tell you, you cannot remove a fuel subsidy and float the naira at the same time. It's not done anywhere. These are two headwinds that can collapse any economy. So as long as we continue on this trajectory, remove the floating of the naira, I don't also know any country where its national currency is floated, just like that, without any form of cushioning, or defense, deliberate policy to ensure stability. The volatility in the system is too much. Now, as we speak, there is a run on Nigerian economy. People are insisting on changing their naira to hard currency, dollar value, which is one essential quality of any money anywhere in the world. So, why is this so? Because you floated the naira without any export base. When you float, for example, now those who argue that naira will soon get better don't even understand the simple economics. Naira cannot get better. Naira can only slide further without defense. I tell you, you know why? The only way you can reverse the sliding of the naira is just one simple process. You need to export more than you import. It's simple. But we can't export. We are not exporting beyond crude oil. The other day, I checked figures from Bureau of Statistics, and I was surprised to see that up to 75% of Nigerian export is still crude oil. What that means is that beyond crude oil, you export practically nothing. So, how do you hope to benefit from floating your naira when you are not exporting beyond your crude? Even these records are there. People can check them out. So the argument that naira will get better is not true. Naira will keep sliding. I'll be surprised if naira does not cross $1 before the end of this August. Naira will cross 1,000 naira against the dollar. It is very clear. And as long as it is sliding, and the independent marketers are sourcing foreign exchange, their forex from the parallel market, because the money is not even there in the CBN, in the CBN or in the banks. They are sourcing from parallel market. What that means is that they will have to purchase refined fuel at a higher cost. And as long as they are purchasing fuel from the international market at a higher cost, what that means is also very simple. What it means is that they have to have some marginal profit. They need to add something because they are in business. So adding something means that they have to sell to Nigerians at a higher price. So inevitably, as long as this policy is on without counteracting measures, there is no reason the pump price of fuel will not hit 1,000 naira by December. There is no reason. You look around, all the indices are pointing to higher fuel price, pump price, higher. It can only move up. One is that you are not refining in Nigeria. You know, the President Tinubu told us that corruption. What that means is that he's transferring the burden of corruption to Nigerian masses. Because he's not able to fight corruption.
There is
he's
a lot.
not able to fight corruption. We need to fight corruption and not self-subsidy removal. Nigerians are dying. By the time you move this, by the time fuel crosses 700 naira, the economy will certainly grind to a halt. Whether we like it or not, the economy will grind to a halt. And already the economy is depressed. You can see food inflation, you can see general inflation to 4%, food inflation is hitting 30%. You can see businesses are closing. There is nobody in Nigeria that does not take Panadol. They tell you if it is not Panadol, if it's not Panadol, it's not the same thing as Panadol. Since we were born, we have known Panadol. Do you know that the makers of Panadol left Nigeria last week? You know, so why did they leave? Because of the cost of doing business in Nigeria. There's no power, no electricity. So the president has gotten these two major economic policies wrong. You know, they are necessary policies, but you cannot implement them this way. You need to refine your fuel in Nigeria before you remove subsidy. You need to. Now, they hurriedly commissioned the Dangote refinery. You and I can see that Dangote refinery cannot produce a liter of fuel this year. And nobody's even sure it will produce in 2024. Now, billions of dollars have been sunk in the so-called total turnaround maintenance of the 4 refineries we have in Nigeria. None of them has produced a liter of fuel. We are now told that the Port Harcourt refinery will start work by the end of the year. What is the capacity of the Port Harcourt refinery? You know, so how do you take care of the balance? Assuming the Port Harcourt refinery really comes on stream, my simple advice is that the president should eat the humble pie and suspend these two policies so that multi-stakeholders will sit down and come up with a program of how to really implement them. Then we reintroduce Kenya. William Ruto just suspended fuel subsidy in Kenya. So why can't we do the same since the thing has damaged the country's economy beyond repair? You know, so this is my humble view about this thing.
Well said, Dr. Mefo. I wish that we had more time to continue this conversation because there's a lot to talk about. But in the coming days, I hope to have you on the program to discuss more with us on this subject.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Law Mefo. And the conversation continues here. This is your radio experience you can count on. NNPC, the federal government may be looking at selling off the NNPC or selling stakes in the NNPC and other entities. That's according to a report by Bloomberg. Stay with us, the conversation continues.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Stella Maris Nursery and Primary School. We do not only encourage our kids to dream of success, we teach them to get up every morning and make it happen. With over 25 years of stellar educational magic, dedicated and qualified staffs, conducive and serene environment spread across Abuja, you can be sure that quality education is at your doorstep. So what are you waiting for? Make learning fun and exciting for your little ones today. The dates for entrance exams are 24th June and 12th August 2023 respectively. For more enquiries, call 0809 037 3727 or check us online at smsabuja.com. Stella Maris campuses are at Area 1, Life Camp and Wumba, Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just 15,000 naira? Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. The Entrepreneur. Talk your business for just 15,000 naira. Hurry now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Eagles Outlook on your radio experience. You can count on. Dr. Loma Ford believes that the president or the federal government, or says the federal government should swallow the humble pie and just relax its policies on the fuel subsidy removal as well as the floating of the naira. Well, we also know that oil marketers have advised the president to gradually relax the removal of subsidy on premium motor spirits following the inability of importers to access the United States dollars and the impact with which this is causing or having on their businesses. This is coming as the federal government has said there will be no reversal on the fuel subsidy removal policy, and then there would also not be a hike in the prices, and that leaves a lot of people confused and wondering how those are going to how that is going to be achieved, even though we'd love to keep our fingers crossed in the coming days and see what plays out. Some people have said, look, according to some reports, the landing cost of PMS is $651, and if that's the landing cost of the commodity, and Nigerians are buying at the pumps between 537 naira or so to 617 naira, then who's paying the the deficit? Who's paying the extra? It means that some way there could still be a subsidy somewhere that we are not aware of. That's one aspect of the conversation. And now that marketers are saying, look, this fuel subsidy thing, if we have to import by ourselves, then it would mean that the prices must go up or would have to go up, just so that they're able to meet the differentials, the market differentials when it comes to foreign exchange rates, as well as the price of crude oil in the international market. These are the factors that major factors that drive the price of PMS if we have a deregulated market. And the federal government says that they cannot increase prices, or the fuel prices would not go up, even though all of these factors have gone up. Then someone needs to do some better explanation as to why this is so, if we are really calling ourselves a fully deregulated, if we really say we have a fully deregulated market. I'm going to be talking with you now. Join the conversation, 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President. Once again, well done.
Good morning, Clement Zion Prince.
I was very, very happy that your guest spoke every of my mind that I have been positing on this platform. Like this morning, we're saying it. How do you emphasize deregulation and say that you will control the economy so much that there will be no price increase, and at the same time you are assuring people of competitiveness? It's a bundle of contradictions. I was amused when you were highlighting Ajuri's exact statements. As I said earlier, I was not just speaking on his personality, policy statements. I was even amused more that he was trying to practice a twisted tone to amuse the Nigerian audience, as if he was speaking as the president of Africa. That is the kind of people that surround governance in Nigeria. He was talking of the price of fuel in other clients. That's to show that they even had intention that we could pay more. And you are still telling the people in the midst of the regulation that the prices will not go up. It shows that they are not even sure what they are offering the masses. God's okay, Nigerians are discerning people. They have the wisdom to rationalize issues. not even when it is affecting so much. Now you talk of other clients. Compare it with unemployment level. It is a few days ago that we were analyzing this on this platform that unemployment rate in Nigeria is worse than so many countries. It's one of the highest in the world. The level of unemployment, they're one of the highest in the world. We have also analyzed before this the issue of per capita income. What an average Nigerian can boast of making in a month compared to other clients. All these African countries, unless of course Nigeria have not taken the analysis, they are richer than Nigeria's per capita income. In terms of per capita income, every African country is richer than Nigeria. And our teeming unemployed populace makes it worse. And what of inflation? What of the level of inflation? Is it less than other clients in Africa, not out of the world? So Nigeria is poor to all ramifications. And somebody will tell us that the level of those countries like your guest actually spoke my mind. Do they have the kind of resources we have in this country? Can any politician in Mali boast of the kind of billions and trillions that our politicians have not only in bank accounts anymore, in baggages, in Ghana must go, that they stock in Victoria Land and other places? What are we talking about?
Right,
Nigerians are reading like mules by these politicians. I hate to hear from people like Ngilare when he speaks. I told you what he did before. Thank you.
Prince. Just to put some statistics to this. Nigeria's unemployment rate as at 2021 stood at 33%. Many have said, look, by this time, looking at the mass, resignation and even shutting down of businesses that may have employed people even though underemployed, that the figures may have gone up. But then we also see that in China actually had to stop releasing data for unemployment, especially youth unemployment figures, because they hit a 20% record high. And they say, look, the modality for arriving at this figure is not working. It just shows you that governments across the world may not be entirely honest with the people as it is. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Prince Ehenato.
Good morning, Salasi. Good to have you at this time.
I greet the last caller. My name is Salasi. I wrote it, that time when we were in newspaper review, I say, see, everybody is entitled to his opinion. This is the government that they say no subsidy. And now they are talking of controlling the price. Why wouldn't they allow the market forces? And somebody comes and say, why will you be attacking the government? You are saying that inshallah, and he too is not finding that easy. I'm telling you, because there's no filling station of APC member or PDP or Muslim or Christian. We all go to the same market. Our people, me, President Henato, I know how many calls I receive in a day. Please, I'm in assistance. I need money to pay medical fees. I need this. Me alone. Just to talk of you that you are there in that studio, you know how many calls you receive from the family member, from friends that you have. Due to the hard economic of this country. Now you can see Aturi Ngilali, now he's comparing Nigeria with the country that doesn't have crude. And he was in kind of telling us, so what did he think Nigeria are? So he thinks Nigeria doesn't have sense? You say, this is the amount, they are selling this is the amount. Why couldn't he tell us the minimum wage they are receiving in Egypt, in Saudi Arabia and other countries? We have people there. I have friends in Saudi Arabia. I have friends in Egypt. And we do communicate with them. We know how much they have as a minimum wage. And they have all things working. They have the infrastructure. They have the transportation. They have the healthcare. They have everything. Go to the next hospital and see what people are going through. Then somebody will say, we know this is it. We always live in the whole street. We are feeling the pain, but we will come out publicly and be pretending because of sentiment. Because of our personal interest that we have in our mind. So until the government do the needful, until our refinery works, I always ask President Henato, is there any country that has crude and doesn't refine? These are the people that come against Jonathan during 2012. They say fix our refinery, no subsidy. Kill the corruption, not the subsidy. He is now at the head of the government. We have the president for the past 8 years. None of our refinery done at work. You were talking of Jezani. I'm telling you, hadn't the opposition come to power, this government would have done more than Jezani. We are talking of economy during the time of BDP. How much was the bag of rice? Now, how much are we buying the bag of rice in this administration? How much Nigeria were owing during the time of Jonathan? How much Nigeria are owing now? About 70-something trillion being incurred by this past administration, and we will see borrowing, and somebody will come and be supporting something because of his selfish interest. There's another thing. There's no how you support this government and never look stupid, because all of us are into it. Nobody is exempted. Thank you.
Thank you, Selassie, for your contribution to the conversation. This is what we do. So kind of. It seems like this is just an avenue for Nigerians to vent and release, and that's why it's good that people are able to express themselves. Because if these sentiments or emotions are pent up, it just could lead to something else. And it's good that you just release sometimes and talk about the issues.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome. What's your name? Say again. Paul, welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you. I don't have something to say, but the other than to say, let's get go. Because the way things are going in this country, the way things are going, people used to say, let me use our tongue, count our teeth. Hello, sir. Because I wonder how some people will come on national radio start talking what I cannot even go to. I wonder because things are okay with them. That's why they're talking like this. A person like me, and I like to talk about that was my brother. Forget about that one. Talk about the little person of the city within himself. How much is it? So, another thing. So, let me leave it here for now. I give Salasi and give our father, our brother from Kagwalada, and other people get.
Thank you.
Because things are not, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Thank you very
much. That is why I told you the last time, even though, even the you praise now, give my praise, and I know that to you. For you to say you want to send me to school, I will tell you that I will not even go. I will not go because after all said and done, I will not even have work to pay you back. Thank you,
very serious. Thank you very much, Paul. Please go to school. School is important. Go to school. So I'm going to take your messages. Some of you have sent in messages. Suleiman, Sanusi from Suleja says, good morning, Prince. Better days are coming. Let us give the present administration some time. They have good economic experts on board, working tirelessly day and night to see us progressing as a nation. It's a matter of time. God bless Nigeria. God bless Eagles FM. Sanusi, thank you very much for texting in from Suleja. I appreciate you and that message of yours. Let's bring in more callers. Hello, good morning. Hello. Uh-oh, what happened? Try to call back 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. We're serving as a pressure valve this morning, just helping Nigerians release the pressure. Okay. Now, so yesterday, after the president, met with the acting governor of the CBN 2 days ago, and they said they were going to go after bank speculators, the foreign exchange speculators and all. We saw a bit of a crash of the dollar coming down to about 700 naira or so, 760 or so, which is quite commendable. Let's hope that they maintain the pressure. And also, one of the things they did was also cutting down allocation to the banks. Let's see that that's able to bring down the pressure on the naira in the coming days, so that things can at least be, But the thing is, again, when things go up in this country, they hardly come down. The prices of things are going up by the day, even when some of these policies are reversed or any of those things, you'd see again that the prices of commodities may hardly come down. It's quite unfortunate. Also, the tensions in Niger Republic may be adding pressure to our economy as it is. There are trucks, lined up at the borders seeking to, access Niger Republic, but they're not allowed. And these are businesses that have invested monies, their monies are tied down, and it's hurting the economy. What can we do as a people? Government needs to look at that as well to see what it can do to resolve the impasse in Niger Republic as soon as possible. All of these, all on one man, the president. It's not easy. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Anthony.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, so where have you been? Did you travel?
Yeah, no. I've been around, Since you have been clamoring for minimum wage now, I have not seen anything, so I'm still waiting.
Okay. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep waiting.
Mr. Please. You see, this our country, Nigeria, is a blessed country. The people are resourceful. Everybody in this country, we are so blessed to the extent that we don't need to be complaining. What we are experiencing in this country is just the greed of some few. Mr. Speaker, if you look at this thing critically, you will see those people who are leading us are not sincere. So they are not sincere. I take you back to Kenya. No, to Rwanda. The president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, when he took over power as the president of Rwanda, he asked himself, he asked the people, what do you think we can do to see how our economy can be growing, to see how we can make it better for ourselves? And he decided to do something. Do you know that man cannot implement policies that will not benefit the people? Any policy that will not benefit the people, that man will not implement it. Any policy that will make the people to go into total hardship, that man will not implement it. If they want to cut costs, it will start from the man, it will start from their president. But in this country, Nigeria, for so many years, they have been telling the masses, please bear with us, please bear with us. When are the masses going to enjoy? Go to Rwanda. If the president says, please bear with me, you will see the president doing whatever the masses are receiving. But in this place, it is only the poor that we bear. The politicians, the rich, we keep living a luxury life. Look at what happened in Niger State. Look at the military. Look at what happened there. Let me tell you, I will blame the military. I will blame the general. They are into this politics. The politics is... They should excuse politics. They should excuse religion. They should excuse tribalism and tell themselves, let's do this job.
Anthony.
Let me tell you, in the military, when there is breakdown in the rules of engagement, there will be anarchy. Those people need to tell themselves, enough is enough. They can end this banditry.
Okay.
They can end this terrorism. They don't need to look on the size of this politician. They don't need to monetize this insurgency. They should do the needful. I want to say a condolence to these people who have lost their life,
right,
to the family.
Anthony,
may God give them the fortitude to bear this law.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much. And let's bring in this voice notes. Let's hear from you.
Hello, Vic. Good morning.
Okay,
I'm Lincoln from.
This is not for us. Thank you very much. Udokama, let's hear you.
Ifanacho, good morning.
Good morning.
Please help me ask anybody that say we should give the government some time. Let them tell us how much time we are going to give to the government before we start talking. Whoever say we should give the government some time should give us at least a period of time. Tell us whether is this 6 months, is this 1 year, is it 3 years, or 5 years, or 8 years. Let them tell us the period of time that we need to give to the government before we start complaining. Thank you.
Thank you, Dokama. And Abdullahi Mekano says, Sir, Nigeria can never work as a nation under the so-called leaders. Let's keep hypocrisy aside. Abdullahi Mekano, thank you very much. It's quite unfortunate I can't take any more calls. I would have loved to squeeze one in, but clock is in the ceiling. And I'd love to say again, I do not envy whoever is president of Nigeria at this time. I do not envy the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, at all. His job is not an easy one. Imagine leading a country as diverse as Nigeria. Imagine leading a country in so much the kind of crisis that we have economically, security-wise and all of that. Imagine leading also a regional bloc. There's crisis reading at the moment. It's not just easy. I'm not holding breath for the president, but honestly, I do not envy his job. Let's hope that he's able to surmount this. And what would make that job easy is for him to go ahead and install ministers. Those ministers have been screened. What are we waiting for? What's the delay about now? We hear that it might take, some more time before the ministers are inaugurated. Let's have that in place as quick as possible. Let's have a cabinet. Let's not have a repeat of what happened in 2015. Government running or without a cabinet. Let's hope that you're able to resolve that as quick as possible. Make the job easier for yourself, Mr. President. Thank you all for being a part of the conversation. The conversation continues. This is where good conversation leaves. Martha is going to take up from where I left off. Martha, good morning to you.
Good morning.
What's happening? Martha, what's happening? You're the ones that they removed all those billboards across the city and dissolved a whole
why
council.
Why
Oh, not the whole council, panel.
Yes, but why?
Because there are laws, there are rules.
What are the rules?
There are rules and regulations. There are regulations. There are principles to advertising. Now the question would be, if the people who vetted those billboards approved it, are they not professionals in their rights?
Of course.
I'll just leave that there. You can pick up from there and continue the conversation. Thank you so much. Solomon from Lugbe says, good morning, Mr. Hanacho. Please, what is the inspiration message you played in the